terminus of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, where the sound of that train horn can still be heard inside the magnificent Mercedes-Benz Stadium. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. And they'll be let out by their third-year quarterback.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
2nd and 7.
Let's go, 80.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's an early scrambler that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that will bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. They enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in... And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down it goes. The sack goes to Chris Barnes. Facing some long odds here if they hope to convert, as they're well behind the original line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And a glance here at the southpaw, who will be calling the plays under center.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 41 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. Here comes 3rd down and 7. To throw is Daniels. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And it's 3 and out.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Davis now to returning. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Penix. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
He was certainly quick to atone for his early game interception. Instead of making another mistake forcing something, he reset himself and found a lane to pick up the 1st down.
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Looking to throw, Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. Touchdown! Kyle Pitts, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 3rd and 7. Here's Daniels. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's go now. Hawk 70, Hawk, let's go.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Washington 1st down.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
Check, check.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. To the air goes Daniels. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. His 1st catch, good for 9 and a 1st down. Out of the gun, they go with Krosky Merritt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Okay, ready?
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready? Stretch the eagle, stretch the eagle.
Again, it's Krosky Merritt. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That's another Washington first down.
Daniels looking to throw. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
Tackle made by Jesse Bates. Tackle made back at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Jennings. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Daniels. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. Jaden Daniels taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Atlanta now coming out on the field. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
60 Bisons, 60 Bisons.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe.
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before he enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, toot up, make get they suit touch begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen the Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. One for Christmas too. That's the same time.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our 2 quarterbacks, certainly 2 of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Get it! Get it! 19 Tiger! 19 Tiger!
Play action, now it's Daniels. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
And he's driven into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 11-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Penix. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Falcons are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. The opening drive, it continues, Charles, to be all pass, and it's working. Now they're on the doorstep of a touchdown here, first and goal.
Brandon, because it's working so well, I think the entire playbook is open for them right now. Do you want to run it? Do you want to continue to throw it? Spin the dial. Make your choice. But right now, you like what you're doing in this possession.
Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Falcons take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here's Krosky Merritt to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Washington first down.
They'll run once more with JCM. They'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down.
Taken down at the 41. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They have 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Here's third and 6. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. First catch here by McLaurin, and he's got himself a first down.
Good for a Washington first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action. Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Washington Commanders.
Now Daniels. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
14 more yards. That's another Washington first down.
Cowboy 80.
A gain of 14.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jennings. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2.
8 yards.
Second and a couple.
Brings up second and 2 at the 15-yard line.
A run inside, Krosky Merritt. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
That's good for a Commanders first down.
Off the play fake, Daniels. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And the sack leads to roughly a loss of 6, and it brings up second and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Now Daniels going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
A gain of 8 yards. It's now third and goal.
Looking to throw. Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
60 by 6.
And looking to throw, Penix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. Now, they've been a very good unit against the pass, defending at 5th best in the league.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Falcons at 4-7 now on the year. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape preparing for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well all 3 phases of the game. I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
They'll go play action here with Penix. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. Sets up the screen to Robinson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. To the air, Penix. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Hollywood, Marquise Brown from 19 yards away. And the Falcons have taken the lead. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. Oh, what a move. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Washington offense set to take over again. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. To throw is Daniels. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there. 74 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 14. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards, 6 points. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Penix working out of the gun here. Over the middle, complete. It's Brown. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
They'll throw with Penix. And this is incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 43. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Penix. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Washington offense back out there. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's a gain of
18
7.
Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. Move the 19.
A solid gain of 7 yards that time on the keeper and a 1st down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1.
The 50-yard line.
Up the middle, Krosky Merritt. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's Daniels. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Operating from the gun, Penix. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So after 3 drives that ended touchdown, 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 they get bogged down on drive number 4.
Yeah, I don't know how excited you would be on the other side of the ball that they finally didn't score. You know, you're happy, of course, but at the same time, did you have that much to do with it, or did they just get tired?
Maybe it's just a sense of relief at this point. To the air goes Daniels. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
It's good for a Washington first down.
Daniels looking to throw. Throwing it Terry McLaurin's way again, and he's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing now is Daniels. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Back to throw. Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. Daniels looking for the out route, and he's got more. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again. Now Daniels going to keep it. That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jaden Daniels taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Commanders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
And he returns this to the 22. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. Here's Penix. Right back to Pitts again. Now a timeout signal for them. They'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
A 6-yard.
This 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw Penix. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
44-yard line.
To throw again is Penix. And that is incomplete. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 24 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
That's another Falcons first down.
A play fake. Now Penix. Dumps this one off to Algier.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. First and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Falcons are an extra point away from drawing level. For quarterbacks, there are a number of ways to measure a good statistical season. This is one of them. That last touchdown pass, his 30th on the year.
Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. A little juke. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand-new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
The 35-yard line.
Give to Krosky Merritt. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw him right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now Daniels. This to McLaurin out on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons offense and Michael Penix set to take over once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 23-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. There's some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to Robinson now on first down. 69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Again, it's Robinson. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Algier will try to pick it up. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Robinson up the middle. Oh, he bowls over it. Well, they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
17 more yards. And the Falcons, 1st down.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Robinson trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Koo now for the point after.
Lining up for the point.
It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. And it was Bijan Robinson who took it home with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 26-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go now.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 10.
Their gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 41-yard line.
A give now to Bill. This is Krosky Merritt. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, giving the yard up to the 42. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been excellent. 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 9. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 40.
Washington, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Reload.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, that'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the give, Krosky Merritt. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked up by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll throw with Penix. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run again here with Robinson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hand off now to Robinson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
3rd down and 6. to the air. Penix setting up the screen. Here's Algier. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st and 10, it's Algier. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Trying the left side with Algier. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Penix working out of the gun here. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Penix. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And now here comes the 3rd of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. Back to the ground with Robinson. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Falcons 42, Commanders 28. Young Wei Koo to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Now Washington down by 2 touchdowns. 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
The 31-yard line.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 6 coming up. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Gets this to Moore.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Now 2nd down and a few inches.
At the 46-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
He's got McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Commanders.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's got his man downfield. It's Robinson. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. 50 yards. And the Commanders have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. So they got one of the 2 touchdowns they needed. Now for the onside kick. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it and call it a day.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I can be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Atlanta, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Washington, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.